nobody at my high school was. So, you know, I was sitting there with my band, and I had a band, and we would play 6 nights a week in Atlanta, which is about an hour away. So I would drive to Atlanta, and I would play 3 sets of heavy metal covers a night with a band that was all like 25, 26 years old, and I was 16. I was like 200 pounds, so I kind of fit in. So they thought I was like 22. And so I would sit there and I would drink, you know, whiskey till like 3 in the morning, and then I'd get in my car and I would drive back to Cartersville like a bad boy, and I would go back home, and 2.5 hours later I would get up and I would go to high school. And so none of the teachers knew that I did this, because if they knew, I probably would not be able to finish high school. So I kept it under wraps. I don't know if anything gave it away. I mean, you know, I had like eyeliner running down my face in the morning, you know. I had this like weird kind of like Dave Mustaine orange Megadeth hair down to right here. Yeah, man, I wore like my sister's clothes. It was awesome. For some reason, it was completely socially acceptable to dress like a woman, you know, and basically look like my sister, and it was fine. So, except for most of the people in my school didn't dig it. So, you know, it was all football players and cheerleaders, so they just kind of look at me and go, ew. And there was, you know, three dudes that I hung out with that was basically like the equivalent of a heavy metal parking lot. There's like 3 of us hanging out down on one end smoking pot in the parking lot of high school. And we had basically, you know, the only knowledge of heavy metal in existence blaring out of my Mazda B2000 mini truck. Silver. Blue interior. Removable stereo. I'd always look down. It was, yeah, MacGruber's removable. I caught the fucking reference. And there would always be this one girl down on the other end of the parking lot, hanging out with 2 other girls that they had a black Jetta. And I don't know if you know this, but in the 80s, if you drove a black Jetta and you were in a small town, you were definitely a goth. Or a new wave girl. And that was pretty much what our high school had to offer. It was 3 stoners on this side, heavy metal, 2 goths over here, beige in the middle. And so I would walk over to that Jetta, and I would see this little girl, and she was awesome. She was my age, but she was about, I don't know, 5'4". Until you pressed her hair down, then she was 4'9". And pretty much like the equivalent of like 7 Monster Energy drinks worth of fucking poison in her hair, you know? And it was just like, it was awesome. It was the best thing. She had like the black Susie Sue, like eyeliner out to here. I had the eyeliner down to here. It was awesome. So we met in the middle all the time and we'd talk, and you know, I was just kind of like the stoner dude who goes just like, hey, you want to come get in my car and we'll go run around and smoke some pot and listen to metal? And she's like, sure. So she comes over and gets in my truck, and we take off and go down the back roads of Cartersville, and we sit there and just get hammered. And I'd sit there and put in like Wasp and Rat and Dokken and Motley Crue and Judas Priest and all this shit. Some Metallica, Metallica, I know. So I would put that in, and she would just sit there and go like, sounds nice. And then I would get in her car, and then she would play some like Susie Sue and some Cure and stuff like that. And I didn't know this music at all. I had no idea what it even was at the time, because I was just an uneducated metalhead. So I was like taking all this in going, sounds cool. So anyway, you know, we ended up hitting it off, and she showed me her way, I showed her mine. I moved out to Los Angeles like right when I graduated high school. Never heard from her, never saw her again until last year. And last year I went back to Cartersville, and I walked into a convenience store, and there she was. And I just walked up to her and I said, I wrote a song about you. She likes hymns on satellite radio. I was in one, so it's a little too close to home. She can dance high. She done it for a living before. I kinda dance high.
passion is the